Hello and welcome to the School of Professional Studies. For those of you who are attending the school for the first time, welcome. And for the returning students, we are glad to have you. My name is Erastus and I'm going to be the instructor for this class, CIS 101. I hope that you continue to observe the social distance and following the CDC guidelines, and hopefully this pandemic will be over soon. So this is the landing page for this class, and basically when you log in, you'll be brought to this page and you'll have the announcements, and that's why you found this announcement right here. The next item I'm going to briefly mention is the number of hours that you need for this class. So you can see that I've suggested at least 7 hours. This is for the whole week. And I've given kind of like an analysis that shows how I arrived at those hours. So for some of you, you might take less hours. For some of you, you might take more hours. But at least when you're doing your planning and coming up with your weekly schedule, make sure that at least you have 7 hours. When you click on the contact and the instructor info link, this is my information right here. I have a phone number here. You can call, text, and if you send a text message, just include your name and the class so that I'll be able to know who I am talking to. I have some hours that I'm available, and if you call, text, email during these hours, hopefully I'll be able to get back to you. I've given you a short background about myself here. You're going to give me a short background about yourself when you do the introduction. So that's that. Under the syllabus and the course info, we have two versions of the syllabus here, a Word document and a PDF. And also we have another PDF file here that you're going to use to help you with the registering for the class. So the class requires you to have My IT Lab, and for some of you, you might be familiar with that. It is a software that you might be using for other classes, so we'll be using that software for this class. Again, I reemphasize the number of hours that you're going to be needing for this class. A few guidelines here on what you're calling the Blackboard Collaborate. So this is a link that you're going to be using during the class instruction time and also during the office hours. So at least read this document. It gives you some ideas about how to go about working with Blackboard Collaborate. It is a tool that's very popular in Blackboard, and if you are not using it, you might be using it in other classes, and some of you might have used it in some of your classes already. A few rules and guidelines here. So how to submit an assignment, there's a link there. Few information on what makes a successful online student. So read a little bit about that. You have to be organized, you have to be motivated. So those are some of the characteristics of a successful student in an online class setting. I'm trying to see whether I can adjust this, maybe not. We'll just continue the way it is. Software that you're going to be using is usually Microsoft Office, PowerPoint, Excel, and Access. And we expect you to have a computer so that has internet access. And some of this software you can actually get from the school. So if you follow this link, it'll walk you through how to go about getting the software, which is through a free subscription with the City University of New York. Okay, so Access is actually the one that we have seen students struggle with in the past. So we have given you ample time to make sure that you have that software on your computer. The class does not offer any extra credit. We are giving you enough time for you to prepare for all the assignments. We are giving you a lot of input. So please make sure that you put in all the work. And if you have any struggles that you're going through, let us know and we will work with you. We are human. If you keep us informed of what is going on, we will definitely work with you. So in terms of how to submit the assignment, please read this, and if you have any questions, let me know. The weekly assignments, that's the folder that will have the information about all the assignments, and everything is going to be organized by week. So we have week 1 all the way to week 16, and we have the due dates for all the assignments. So for instance, if you click on week 1 folder, This gives you a summary of what you're going to be working with. So for week 1, we'll have an introductory assignment. You're going to introduce yourself, and then you're going to register for my IT lab and some information about the task list. So every week you're going to be seeing this kind of format to show you what you're going to be doing and on like that. So the syllabus is going to be there, and then read and watch, you'll have a folder that you'll click and it's going to show you. So for this week you're going to be looking at the syllabus. Make sure that you go through the syllabus, and also you register for my IT lab. Okay, I think I mentioned that. So let's see, to do for week 1, introduce yourself. There's a link here that you'll click on, is a discussion board. You tell us a little bit about yourself, and then you comment on a few of your colleagues also. We're going to be working on assignments. So this is what you're calling team all wiki assignment. And basically the first week, what you'll do is you're going to find that you have been assigned a group. So you'll go into your group, identify the members in your group, and then meet with your group members and come up with a name for your group. Okay. So watch this link here. There's a video here that walks you through about how you go about giving your team a name and how you should choose an appropriate name. So you're going to be working in group for this semester, and that's why it is important that you identify who are your group members and then know who they are and start establishing relationship. Some of your group members will become very successful out there. They'll start companies and one day they might be hiring. So if you establish some good relationship, hopefully down the road they are going to pay off. Same thing, you might start a company or you might have some good connections and you might want some people to work with, and because you already established some good relationship through college, you might be able to call onto your former students or colleagues. So relationships, social networking, you're familiar with that. Okay, back to the weekly assignments. If you click on week 2 folder, same thing. So it tells you what you need to be aware of. Microsoft Access, make sure you have that way before the assignments start coming along. And this is the part of the assignment when we start working now with Microsoft Office. So we'll start working with Microsoft PowerPoint, and we have a couple of simulations. So it's going to be 4 of the simulations, and then we have a mid-level kind of like an exercise. And basically there's a PowerPoint slide here that you can watch a little bit, go through it. It gives you some hints about how to go work with Microsoft PowerPoint. And there's a link here. So this link will take you to where the assignments are actually located. So the assignments, some of the assignments are going to be on Blackboard. Other assignments are going to be through my lab or mastering course homepage. So the way this is supposed to be is you can watch this PowerPoint slide, and then before you attempt these assignments, you want to make sure that you go to this link, and if you click on this link here, it will hopefully take you to another landing page. Let's see where that page opens, and you're going to be registering for this page. So this is the page that has all the assignments, and is anytime that you come in here, you'll be landing at the assignment calendar, and when you see a flag that says there is a start date for some items. So today is the 18th, there is nothing that has been set up. We'll start everything on the 24th, and if you click on the 24th, you can see the page here opens and tells you we have PowerPoint hands-on simulation 1, 2, and 3, and 4. So these are those items that are due right here. So this is on week 2, don't forget that. So what you'll do is you'll click on this link, and then you'll be shown how to go about working on the assignment. So I'm going to be posting another short video that will actually show you how to go about working on the simulation. So this video for today is just a kind of walkthrough to help you see how the system, how the class is organized, and all the resources and what you need to do. Okay, so the same thing, if you click on the 31st, there's a flag there. So this is for week 3, and you can see this date here tells us when the assignments are scheduled and when they are due. So all the assignments are going to be due by midnight. I prefer 11 p.m. Okay, on the September 14th for this one. And if you go to the previous week, you'll see this one going to be due on the 7th. So clicking on this calendar here shows you all your assignments right there. And you can see as you keep going on, we have more assignments, all the assignments in November, moving all the way to December when we end the class. Now, right here, I got a few items that I put in here that are not going to be graded. So it's not everything that is here that's going to be graded. And here is the e-textbook. If you have an iPad and you want to be able to actually see the actual content of the book, you can come through here the same way here. So there are going to be some assignments that are going to require you to go to the page of your course textbook and carry out a certain task. So what you'll do is, if you remember, got the December and the 18th, if you click on that date, that will bring you here and you'll be able to actually see the course textbook. So if you click on that and then you click here, it takes you to the page. And if you're told that the assignment is on a certain page, let's say it was on page 458, you can just type 458. Where was I? Okay, I'm waiting for it to come back. So most of the assignments will have a specific page number. And like I said, I'm going to post another video that will actually show you exactly how to go about working on the assignment. So that will take you to exactly where the page is, and you can see that. And then you can navigate if you want to move around and see exactly where the assignments are going to be located. So that is your course book here. On Christmas, of course, you won't be doing anything by Christmas. It'll be done with class. But there's some videos here that I think are going to be of help to you. So you see, like we have what you're calling the soft skills video. These are not going to be graded. They're just for you. Since you're taking a class in the School of Professional Studies, there's some things that at least you need to know. Of course, now with Zoom, people are not even dressing that much, but hopefully we'll go back to the normal. And of course, dress sometimes makes a difference, especially if you're going for an interview or even some of the jobs that you require to always dress up. So there's a short video here that you can watch that helps to explain to you how to dress up and things like that. Okay, so the appropriate type of dress, watch those videos, they'll give you some hints. All the way down here, how to set some goals, how to manage your priorities, how to hold the meetings, customer service, how to do a performance evaluation, prepare for it, and things like that. So you'll find this on Christmas. So I'm saying this is like a gift, just watch them and you never know what might come out of them. December 24th, these are data files. You might not need these files, so when you're working on the assignments, most of the files are going to be provided for you, but in case you need to do more exercises for your own learning and you want to access all the files, because some of the assignments might tell you to open a certain file, so this is where the files are located, or December 24th. Okay, so that's that part. Remember, if you have any question, my phone is available, you have my email, and you can get in touch with me. So that's on the assignment. So once you finish going through those simulations, and then you'll come back here and do this mid-level exercise. And like I said, this is the one that's going to require you to actually go to your course textbook. So this tells you from page 984 and 985 in your e-text. So you can just copy this, go to your e-text page, and then paste it right there. So for instance, right here, 984, you can copy that, come right here and paste, and you enter that, and that will take you to, so this is one of the exercises that you're going to be working with. Okay, planning presentation. Okay, so you read that, then you make that presentation. So that's how you're going to be working on this assignment. And then you submit that assignment through here. So you just click on this link here, and then it shows you the rubric, and then you browse and find where your file is in your computer. And once you upload it, you hit submit and you're done. So I'm going to make another video specifically for the assignments, so don't worry so much about that. Okay, so that's the weekly assignments, and like I said, these folders are not going to be available all at the same time. I'm showing you that now, but I'm going to only make maybe 2 or 3 weeks work available so you can pace yourself. So that's the part for the weekly assignments. Blackboard Collaborate. This is how we're going to be doing or holding our meetings, and usually will be available for the office hours, like I mentioned. So if you have a question, you can pop up, you can show up during these times between 3 and 4 p.m. I might have to poll you and find if most of you are available during another session, then I can change and meet during that time. But you have my phone number. Make use of it. We are here for you. Okay, discussion. We're going to have some forums. So this is for Q&A, just general questions. Nothing here is going to be graded. For the Q&A, we're going to be introducing ourselves. That's going to be the first assignment, and that's due by August 31st. Q&A about PowerPoint projects. So if you have any questions you're working on PowerPoint, you can post those questions here, and usually what I'll do is I'll give some of you some time to respond, because most of the time there are people who actually might be more knowledgeable on some of these things here than I am, so I'm not the know-it-all. So if you have a question, post it here. I'll give some of you some time to respond, and if I see maybe a question is not getting a response, I might just chip in and then give the response. So the same thing when we are working with Excel, there's what's called the orders of operation. So PEDMAS, okay, I think something like that. If you went through the British system, they call it the BODMAS, PEDMAS, something like that, I think. So that's the order of operation. Excel, the same way, all the way down like that. And yep, so that's part of that. And the other item is the groups. So you can see that you have the groups here, and we have 5 groups. So if you click on a group, you'll see these are the members of group 1, okay? And you have all these tools that you're going to be working with. So we have discussion, some questions that you're going to be doing as a group, and you're calling them the wiki. So what you'll do is the first time when you meet, all of you come together and you agree on a name for your group, and you'll come here and you change the name of the group. And then what is going to happen is for every assignment, one of you is going to be the group manager or the project leader. Okay, so you'll tell me who is that person in your project, and then you work together, you exchange all the documents, and then you submit the assignment. And then the next group project, somebody else will be the group manager. So we have maybe 8 or 9 of those kind of assignments. So at least somebody should be a group manager once or twice, at least twice before the semester is over. So that's part of the groups. If you want to see your grades, you can come in here. So this shows you all the assignments that are going to be there. So one thing you realize is that if you just look here, it's like, whoa, this is a lot of work. I'll never finish this. It's doable. Some of these assignments take less than 3 minutes. So the secret with this class is it seems like there is a lot of work. It is not work that cannot be done. It's not complicated. It just requires time commitment. If you have the time commitment, you'll be successful. The last semester when I taught this class, I had like 80, 90% pass rate. So very many students got A's. I think a few got A plus, and I don't think I had anybody getting D's, and I think maybe 1 or 2 C's. Okay, so if you put in the time, you will definitely pass the class. But the most important thing is not passing the class. The most important thing is at least coming out of the class with something, because Excel and Access and PowerPoint, these are tools that are actually very useful now in the world. With big data, most of the companies have a lot of data, but they don't know how to, or they don't have the resources to structure the data and get the information from the data. So if you have a good understanding of Excel, that puts you ahead of the curve. So those are some of the skills that hopefully we'll be able to teach you in this class. Okay, so I think that gives you kind of like an introduction about the class. So feel free to reach out, and we are here for you. Remember, social distance, wash your hands, do what you're doing, be safe, let's protect each other. We are in this together, and hopefully we'll emerge successfully. Okay, all the best.